we've made it to Greece. We are in Santorini, which is very exciting. Our first time in Greece, our first time in Santorini. However, today has been an interesting day. It's very echoey in here, but I think it's going to be echoey everywhere just with how this house is designed, so please bear with me. So we woke up in Rome this morning. We woke up pretty early to head to the airport because we had a 9:30 a.m. flight, which meant we had to be at the airport by 6:30. So we've been up since like 5. We hopped on our first flight, which was from Rome to Athens, and then we had a short layover, and then we had a flight from Athens to Santorini. We were getting a little bit worried on our first flight because it was slightly delayed, and we were like, are we gonna make our connecting flight? But I was pretty confident we would make it because we didn't have like that much of a delay. We got to Athens, we quickly headed over to our next gate, everything was smooth, and we basically started boarding straight away for our next flight. We literally like walked off the flight, walked to the next gate, got in line for boarding because they'd already started boarding. So we're like, oh my gosh, we're so blessed, we've made it, everything is good. We got on the second flight, it was such a quick flight, it's like 50 minutes from Athens to Santorini, so it felt like we were in the air for like such a short period of time. And then we land and we get off, we go to the baggage carousel, and our baggage does not come out. Our baggage is nowhere to be seen. Thankfully, we do have air tags in our suitcases, so I looked on my phone to see where they were, and they are both in Athens. So we walked over to the little baggage information area, we let them know. They were like, oh yeah, we can see that they're still there, and I was like, thanks, like that's really helpful. I guess because we had a shorter connection and our first flight was slightly delayed, that's where the issue came from. That's like my guess. So we filled out some forms and they were like, yep, we'll bring your bag to you when it gets here. And we were like, do you have any idea when it's gonna come? And they were like, no, we have no idea. So we have made it to our Airbnb, which is amazing. It is absolutely beautiful, but we have like nothing apart from like our phones, our chargers, anything that was in our carry-on, which like I'm very grateful that we at least have some things. Like we have the clothes we're wearing, we have the shoes we were wearing, but all of our toiletries, all of our clothes, swimsuits, pajamas, makeup, just like everything else was in our suitcase. So we don't really know what to do because we can't really go to the beach. We also have a little like jacuzzi, like little plunge pool type thing at our Airbnb, which we're so excited about, but again, we don't have any swimsuits. So I think we are going to just like go for a walk. We're gonna find some food. We haven't really eaten a meal today, so we're gonna go find some food and then probably try and pick up some essentials. Like we need toothbrushes, toothpaste, I guess I need skincare, even just like random stuff. Like we need sunscreen if we're gonna be out in the sun, swimsuits, towels, stuff like that. We want to like buy the least amount possible because I'm hoping our bags will show up ASAP. Like I said, it's only a 50-minute flight away, so I'm hoping they just like pop them on the next flight and then they get to us literally today, but they might not. They might not. So I do think that really hindered our first impressions of Greece because we're just like so frustrated at the situation, but it's gonna be fine. Like we are here, we're gonna have a great time. I'm sure we're gonna love it. The weather is beautiful. The view outside the window is beautiful. Like it is insane. We're in Greece, but it is a little bit annoying, you know? Let me show you a quick little tour of this place though, because it's super cool. This is the front door, and then you walk in and there's this little like lounge room kind of area, and I guess maybe dining room area as well. And this is the window. You look out and you can see the water. It's not like so close, but you can see it, and that is beautiful. And we have this big outdoor space as well, which is amazing. I'll show you that in a minute. We have the bathroom. I think the shower is just so interesting. Oh, I guess we do have some toiletries. How good. Then down here we have the kitchen, which is super cute as well, and obviously all of the essentials, which is amazing. And then this is the bedroom. So we have a single bed over here, and then we have our bed, which we have already been sitting on, just like chilling out for a bit, so it's already a bit messy. And then we have our backpacks and a beautiful aircon. We love to see it. It literally feels like we're in a cave. It's so cool. But let me show you the outside. So we have this beautiful outdoor area, a little outdoor dining spot, some chairs, and then we have this space here, which I think this is kind of like a sunbathing sort of area. You can like lay your towels out here, and then if you go up these stairs, we have our little like plunge pool jacuzzi type thing, which is so freaking cool. So excited for that. Do we have a rooftop? What? What? How do I get up there? Liam just poked his head over the edge and it turns out we have a rooftop. Whoa, that is crazy. So cool. Update 1, suitcase has arrived. It's been many hours. I did buy this new white shirt though. Woohoo. We got an email and they were like, your bag is ready to be delivered. Like, we've got it at Santorini. And we're like, sweet. And then we look at the Find My Friends to see our air tags. Liam's bag has been delivered. So apparently they've sent our 2 bags on 2 different flights, which is a really interesting choice. But apparently mine will be coming at like midnight tonight. Yay! It's so much better than it could have been. Like, we could have been without bags for like days, but it is just, I just want to go to bed. And because we didn't know when we were getting our stuff, obviously they were like, we don't have an estimate for you. We literally spent a couple of hours this afternoon going around and getting essentials like toothbrush, toothpaste, sunscreen, deodorant, stuff like that, because we didn't have anything. I got a new shirt. Liam got some new clothes as well, just like one kind of like set of extra clothes so that we'd have something to wear tomorrow. And then we get an email saying they're delivering our stuff tonight, which is good, it's good, but I just wish we knew before so we didn't go and buy all this stuff. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Stole one of Liam's shirts, but exciting update. It is 10:38 p.m. and I'm tracking my air tag and my suitcase is officially in Santorini. I promise I'll stop talking about this whole luggage situation soon, because I'm sure some of you have not clicked on this vlog for that, and I'm sure so many people have it so much worse, where they have like completely lost luggage or not had luggage for like weeks. It's literally been less than a day for us, so I really don't have much to complain about. But yeah, right now we're just trying to stay awake for when this bag gets delivered, because you have to sign for it. They can't just like leave it. So now we're just waiting for them to tell us that they're bringing it out for delivery, I guess, but I don't know when that will be. Oh, what a day. Good morning, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I feel so much happier today. I feel like the whole bag situation yesterday, I just want to move on. It could have been so much worse, but it was annoying, and I'm glad that it's over now. This morning we slept in. Every morning in Rome we woke up early to try and like get to all of the sightseeing spots kind of early, and we had to wake up early for our flight yesterday. Like, we've been waking up at like 5ish every day, and then obviously last night we were up until about midnight sorting out the bag situation. So we slept in a little bit and it was so nice not to have an alarm. Our plan for Santorini is just to chill, to do basically nothing, and I'm so excited about it. But we woke up, we had a bit of a slow morning, we went out for breakfast. I'll put the name of the place on the screen because I forget. Once again, I just found it on TikTok, which is pretty much how we find all of our recommendations. It was such a beautiful spot. I do think you pay a little bit more for the food because of the view, but like the view was so worth it. And then we just walked around Fira, just looking at all the different stores and just looking at the view, just kind of like mooching around, which was just such a nice way to spend the morning. But we've come back to our Airbnb and I just put my swimsuit on, got my hat, and we're gonna go sit out by the little pool we have. I'm gonna bring my Kindle, some water, and just relax. It is the most beautiful day outside, and I'm just so happy to be here. Just chucked on an outfit and now we're gonna go and get some lunch. We love Greek food. I'm so excited. It's now 5 p.m. and it's so crazy saying that because looking out the window, it does not look like it's 5 p.m. It looks like it's like 2 p.m. Like the sun would be almost starting to set at home right now, which is just crazy to think about. And crazy to think we'll be home in less than a week, like really just a few days. Can you guys? It's like very optimistic of me to think that's going to stay there, but we'll see. We've spent majority of the day by the pool, lounging around. Unfortunately, both of us are a little bit red, a little bit sunburned, which is very frustrating because we've been so good this whole trip at not getting sunburned. We've been so good with our sunscreen and hats and everything, and right at the end of our trip, we've managed to get a bit red, which is, hate to see it. I hate being sunburnt. I don't think there's anything good about it. Anyway, we have put some more sunscreen on now because we're going to be heading out for the evening, I guess. We're going to be heading to, how do I pronounce this? I've heard people say it so many different ways and I don't know which is the correct way to say it. Is it Ia? Oia is how it's spelled. It is kind of like the top part of Santorini. From what I've gathered, it's kind of like the fancy area. It also has the classic Santorini blue domes, which we would love to go and see. And apparently you can see the most beautiful sunsets from there. So we are hoping to like head up there. We're going to take the bus up and just kind of mooch around, have a look around, grab some dinner there and maybe see the sunset. I've heard that it gets very, very crowded trying to watch the sunset. So we're going to try. Anyway, this is what I'm wearing. Little white dress from ASOS, which I love. I'm just wearing a little like white bralette underneath because it has a bunch of details that don't have any lining. So just to be safe. And then I'm wearing my art shoes. I'm not sure if I should bring my hat or not, because it's technically like heading into the evening, but this could be nice for the afternoon. Maybe not. Okay, we're gonna go head to the bus stop and head to, I still don't know how to say it. Oia. Maybe neither of those are correct. I don't know. I feel like every time I've picked up the camera I'm wearing this hat. It's now the next day and we are sitting at a beach club in Kamari. Before I talk about that, I want to talk about Ia last night because it was definitely an experience. So we took the bus to Ia last night. Santorini does have some public transport, but the only option is a bus, which is fine. It's an island. It's somewhat to be expected. And from what I know, I think a lot of Greek islands don't have any public transport at all. So I'm very, very grateful for this bus system, but it is chaotic. We are very lucky to be staying like a 10-ish minute walk from the Fira bus station, but you walk into this bus station and it is just like full of buses. Depending on the time of day, it's like busier or quieter, but when we went yesterday afternoon, it was packed with buses, packed with people, and some of the buses have a sign at the front saying where they're going, but some of them don't. So you just have to like ask the bus driver or ask other people where these buses are going until you find the right one. And then you hop on the bus, you take a seat, and then once the bus starts moving, someone will come around and you buy your ticket. You have to pay in cash. You cannot pay with card. So if you're coming to Santorini, make sure you bring cash if you're planning to take the bus. We saw a couple get fined, we think because they didn't have any cash. So make sure you have some coins, but it's only €2 per person per ride. So it's very affordable, way cheaper than taking like a taxi or an Uber or, you know, like a private transfer. And the buses go so many places on the island, so it is very convenient. And they just hand you like a paper ticket once you've paid. But yeah, you can only really pay once you get on the bus. Sometimes you pay as you're getting on the bus, sometimes you pay once you're already on the bus, but yeah, have to pay in cash. And the bus ride to Ia was actually insane. We were driving along these tiny, windy little roads, literally like this, alongside a cliff. You can see over the edge. I was not really having fun, not gonna lie. Like, I was so scared. It does not feel like the type of road a bus should be allowed to drive on. And I had to keep reminding myself that these people driving these buses, like, that is their job. They drive these buses on these roads all day, every day. Like, they obviously know what they're doing. It's obviously safe. But you know what? There are a few moments where it did not feel like that. And there were some moments where I closed my eyes because I was just like, I'm not good with this. But we made it to Ia, we get off the bus, and it is just packed. Now this is completely our fault because Ia is famous for its sunset, so of course everyone wants to spend the evening watching the sunset or getting dinner in Ia. And we took the bus at like 5:30, I want to say, so of course it's gonna be busy. The streets were just like full of people. But yeah, we got some pics and then we were like, let's go watch the sunset, like try and find a spot, because if you don't find a spot early, you just don't really get a spot. But we went and found some takeaway Aperol spirits and we went and like sat in a spot. It wasn't like the best spot in the whole world, but we could see the sunset pretty well and we had a bit of space, we could sit down, and so we watched the sunset and it was beautiful. Like, I truly understand why people are so passionate about seeing a sunset in Ia. Like, it is beautiful, unreal, truly. But I will say, people do not care about personal space at all. They will happily stand like right in front of you or like right in the middle of your view if it means that they get a better view or they get a better photo. So it's just one of those things where you just have to like accept it, you know? Like, it's gonna be packed with people, but you are gonna see a beautiful sunset. And I think if you are maybe a bit more organized than we were and you can like book a dinner at one of the places where you can watch the sunset at Ia, like that would be perfect, I think. I'm really glad we saw it because it was stunning, but yeah, it was just full of people. And then trying to get out of that like area where you can see the sunset Obviously everyone is trying to leave at once after the sun sets, and it was a lot. Ia is truly beautiful, but it was just probably the busiest place we've been in Santorini, which again makes sense. We're here in peak time. The best thing to do in Ia is a sunset. Everyone wants to do it. Like, I completely understand why it was that way, and we were obviously contributing to the problem. But if you want to do it, just be prepared, I think. Anyway, we went home. We got some gyros for dinner. It was incredible. We love the gyros here so much. It's like one of our favorite things. And now it is the next morning. We went out to breakfast at Galini Cafe, and it had the most beautiful view, gorgeous, and great food. I really enjoyed our food this morning, and they opened at 8, and I think we got there at like, I don't know, 8:20 or something maybe, and we got one of the seats that was like overlooking the water, which was beautiful. Had a great breakfast, and then we walked back to the bus stop and we took the bus to Kamari, which is where we are now, which is like a little beach town, I guess. In Fira there aren't really a lot of swimming spots. I think there's like 1 or 2, but there's no beach clubs or anything, and I think the swimming spots are more like rock cliffside sort of swimming spots. So we decided, hey, let's take a day trip to Kamari because there's a bunch of beach clubs here, and they're actually black sand beaches. I don't know if you can tell, but that's really fun. And the beach clubs here are kind of fun because for a lot of them it's like you get a free chair if you order food or drinks from the restaurant or bar that they are attached to. So we walked up to this one because we're like, oh, that one looks cute, and we asked them prices, and they said if you want to sit in the first or second row, or first, second, third row, you have to pay. I actually don't even know what it was, I didn't ask. But if you sit further back, you can just sit here for free as long as you order food from the restaurant. So we sat like in the 4th or 5th row, and we have slathered ourselves with sunscreen, and we're just going to spend the day here at the beach club. And it is of course a pebble beach, like it's sand where we're sitting, but then it like turns into pebbles when you get closer to the water. So I'm not looking forward to walking on that because pebble beaches are the bane of my existence, honestly, on this trip. I need to get water shoes. I don't care what they look like. If we ever come back to Europe on like a summer trip, I'm getting water shoes. But Liam is over here looking at the menu. Oh, an espresso. You're gonna get an espresso?
Yeah, haven't had one yet.
Oh, but yeah, we have no plans. We're just gonna chill today. I'm so excited to be just like by the water, by the beach. I think it's gonna be beautiful. The weather is like perfect sun, not a cloud in the sky. I think it's raining at home as well. Yeah, which is just like so weird to see. I saw a bunch of people saying they were having like cozy rainy days. I was like, what? Oh, sorry, I'm just in Greece. So annoying. It is also our last day in Santorini. We leave tomorrow, so we're just gonna make the most of it. And by most of it, I mean sit here, do nothing, read, go on the water. Liam's got his goggles. We're gonna have a great day. Liam went and got us some coffees. He got an espresso, which you've had espresso at home, yeah, but not here. But I got a Freddo cappuccino, which I did get the other day. It's pretty good. Liam and I just had lunch at the restaurant that's like attached to this beach club, and it was so good. We were saying that we think the food we've eaten in Greece is probably our favorite food we've eaten this whole trip. Like, it's just so yum. Also, another top tip, if you are a reader girly and your boyfriend, husband, partner, whatever is more of an activities person, like they just want to be like doing things, get them a snorkel or a pair of goggles and you'll barely see them, and you can just sit on the beach and read the whole time, because that is what we have done. I don't even know where Liam is right now. He got a pair of goggles when we were in Italy, and he is having the best time in the world, just like exploring. Oh, is that him over there on the rock? Maybe, yeah. He's prancing around some rocks. He's having the best time ever, and I'm having the best time ever reading my book. This is honestly such a nice day. Like, I'm just so relaxed. You guys are back on the windowsill. We are home from our beach club day. It was so perfect, like just so good. I love a beach club, but we're about to go have our last dinner in Santorini. We're just gonna get something chill, but I decided to put on this dress because it is the only dress that I've packed that I haven't worn yet. I've actually worn literally every piece of clothing that I packed except for this dress and one other shirt. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to wear the other shirt that I brought as well because it's more of like a going out shirt, and I don't think we'll be going out anywhere where it's like the vibe, you know? I thought I would wear this dress out for dinner for that reason, just to check it off and make it feel like I didn't actually overpack even though I did. But yeah, we're gonna go find dinner, probably gyros, obviously. It's like all we eat here, I swear. And I need to find a postcard because I still haven't got one from Santorini, and I'm trying to get one from every place that we've gone to, and I have been successful, except for here because I haven't found any cute ones. Let's go to dinner. We have our gyros, extra tzatziki, Pepsi Max, and we decided to bring it home and eat it on our little like deck area while the sun sets, because we can see such a pretty sunset from our balcony. Oh, not balcony, patio. Like, you're kidding, this is beautiful. Hello. Hi. I'm not gonna pat you because I'm allergic, but hi. Can you smell our food? Do you think you're gonna miss the bottles being attached? I think I prefer it. I think some people think it's annoying, but I like it. Is yours good? Absolutely stunning. We are now in Athens. This is the final stop on our eurosummer trip, and we're only here for like just over 24 hours. We took a flight in this morning, got here around 9:30, took a train from the airport, got to our hotel at like 10:30, 11. We've just kind of been walking around exploring. We went to a little flea market, which was so fun. I really enjoyed that. Stopped and got lunch, stopped and got coffee. Then we went back to the hotel when our room was ready, chilled out for a little while. It is so hot here. I think it's about 34 degrees. I took a 45-minute nap because I was exhausted. I slept really badly last night, I'm not really sure why. And I never nap, so I must have been exhausted. But now we are heading to Parker. We're gonna walk around there for a little bit, explore. Oh, we're here? Perfect. We've arrived. We're gonna walk around for a little bit and then we're gonna go watch the changing of the guard after this, and then maybe grab some drinks and dinner and stuff like that. Maybe try and find a rooftop bar. We went and had drinks at a rooftop bar and it was so cool. You could see the Acropolis from the rooftop bar, which was just cool. You can kind of see it everywhere. You can actually see it from our balcony. I feel like you guys won't be able to see it. I mean, there is a building site there, but like behind that. But then we went and grabbed some dinner and we've just come home, and on the way home we decided to get some of this. I don't know how to say it. The Kamari, maybe? They're like these donuts. We just got the honey and cinnamon, which I think is like the original, but you can get a whole bunch of different flavors and stuff. So we're gonna give it a try.
Good.
Rating out of 10?
7.
Pretty good. They're warm, they're fluffy on the inside, crunchy on the outside, and honey and cinnamon is just an elite combo. It's just like a cinnamon donut kind of thing, but so good. You could get like pistachio toppings, chocolate, ice cream, so many other toppings. We just went with the like OG, I guess, but it's just so good. It is officially the last day of our eurosummer trip, which is so sad. We've just had breakfast and we saw a giant gnome, so we're gonna go see it. Okay, so now that we've seen the giant gnome, I guess we can go home. That's all that we really had planned in Athens. Just kidding. We're now heading up to the Acropolis. We have tickets for 10 AM. It looks really cool. sure you can tell by the background. I am officially home and it feels so good to be back in my house, in my library room with my books. We truly had the best trip ever, like some of the best memories. Like I mentioned, it was both of our first times going to any of the places that we went to, so it was just so incredibly exciting. I feel like we had a really good balance of like sightseeing and being tourists and getting heaps of steps in and like walking all of these cities, and then also having days where we did literally nothing but sit by the pool or sit at a beach club and like order drinks and read our books and stuff. And I just feel so grateful to be able to travel the world with the love of my life, with my best friend. I love traveling with Liam so much. He is just the best person to travel with. I feel like I'm a very like uptight, kind of stressed out person, and he is so laid back and so chill, but we're also both very type A, very organized people, and I feel like we just balance each other out really, really well, and we just travel together really well. So I had the best time ever. But before I end off this vlog, I thought it would be fun. I don't know if you guys will find this interesting. I think some of you will. Obviously feel free to click off if you don't find this interesting, but I thought it would be fun to show you guys the magnets that we bought in all the places that we went to, because at the beginning of the trip we decided that we would collect a magnet in each of the places that we visited, and we were successful with that. So I thought I could show you the magnets that we got in each place in case you're interested. I love seeing people do stuff like this. I love seeing souvenir hauls. I love seeing all the little trinkets and things that people got, and I really didn't like do much shopping, but I did get a magnet from each place and a postcard. But first place we went to was London, and we decided on this little red bus. I think it's just so cute. It was so hard to choose between this or a little like telephone box because they were both so cute and like so London in my head. We also did a day trip to Bath, and we decided to get a magnet while we were there as well. Some of the places that we got a magnet from were just like day trips. They weren't places we actually stayed in for multiple days. Honestly, we just kind of got excited. So we did a day trip to Bath and we got a magnet from Bath. From Paris we have a little croissant, and then from Nice we just have this one. I love the little flowers on it. I think this is so cute. Then while we were staying in Nice we did a few different day trips to different villages, and I just couldn't resist this little Menton magnet. Menton was one of our favorite towns that we visited, and they are famous for their lemons, and I just saw this and I was like, it's so cute. I just have to have it even though we didn't like stay in Menton. And this one is kind of fun. It's from Monaco, and it looks like a little, what are they called? Like a chip that you use at the casino, because obviously one of the things Monaco is famous for is their casino, and Monaco is its own country too, which is fun. Then we went to Cinque Terre, and this is one of my favorite magnets that we got. I just think it's so fun. It looks like a little window, and like the actual image inside the window is obviously Cinque Terre, which I actually don't even know which town it is. It's just so cute. And Cinque Terre, well, I'm sure a lot of Italy is full of these little windows that have the shutters and stuff, so it felt very cute. Also, a little impulse buy was this magnet. We didn't need to get another magnet, but we did get this when we were in Cinque Terre because it's a tiny bag of pasta. What do you mean? That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, we could not resist it. It's a tiny bag of pasta. I can't believe that. It's so cute. Then from Roma we have this one, which has obviously the Colosseum on it. It's just a classic, isn't it? And we walked past a store in the Vatican that sold this one, which I thought was really fun because the Vatican is also its own country, so I wanted to get something that like represented the Vatican. And this magnet is like a mini version of the Holy Doors at St. Peter's Basilica, which only open every 25 years during the Jubilee, so I thought it would be cool to get a magnet of the Holy Doors, and it's also like super pretty and shiny. Then we went to Santorini. This one's also really fun because look, it spins. I was like, Liam, we have to get one of the ones that has a little windmill on it because it spins, and that's just so fun. And then lastly we have Athens. This one is pretty basic as well, like nothing too crazy, but I feel like this is just very classic Athens, you know, and I still really like it, but it's not as unique as some of the other ones. I think if I had to pick a favorite magnet, I do love this bag of pasta. Why is it so funny? I love the Cinque Terre one, I love the London bust, and I also love the Santorini one. I think those are probably my favorites, but I'm so excited to add these to our fridge. I can't believe that we got to go to all these places. Like it's actually crazy that we went to, I was gonna say 4 different countries: England, France, Italy, and Greece, but if you include Monaco and the Vatican, we went to 6 countries in 3.5 weeks. We got to see some of the most beautiful things I have ever seen in my life, like the most beautiful towns, the most beautiful beaches and like cliffs and views and sunrises and sunsets. Like I actually don't think it's set in fully that we did that, but it was just the best trip ever. I have had a few questions asking me my favorite spot that we went to, and now that the trip is officially over, I feel like I can like actually give you my proper answer, like now that we're at the end and I've had a little bit to think about it. But I think it was the south of France. Like that was truly just the most beautiful place I have ever seen in my life. Like I can't believe it's real. But I think Cinque Terre was a close second. Liam thought his favorite place was gonna be London, but his favorite place ended up being Nice as well, or like the south of France. Like both of us love the south of France so much. I think my favorite food was in Greece. We love Greek food. And to be fair, we should have tried some like other Greek food. Like I feel like there are a few like authentic Greek dishes that we did not try that I wish we did. But we were just enjoying our meals so much that we didn't want to try something new, which is probably bad. And I think the most surprising to me was Rome. I liked Rome way more than I thought I was going to. Like I thought I was going to like Rome, but it just exceeded my expectations so much. Like I really, really enjoyed being there. And it's such a walkable city. Like you can just like walk everywhere, which was amazing. And I think like the art and the history that we got to see in Rome / like the Vatican, I guess, as well, was just incredible to me, like mind-blowing. I could keep chatting about this for so long, but I'm gonna stop because I don't know if this is interesting, and I don't know if you guys want to hear about just like random thoughts I had about my trip. But we just had the best time ever. I'm so grateful we got to do it, and I'm so grateful that I got to share a little bit of our trip through my vlogs, and it is so special to me that I have these videos forever. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I'll be back to all of my normal content now, my bookish stuff, my weekly vlogs, all of the usual stuff. But thank you so much if you've made it to the end of this video. That really means a lot to me. But I guess I'll see you guys in my next video very soon. Goodbye.